Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Foundation. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In our last episode, we were working on our monastery, and as you can see, it's still ongoing construction. It's still taking a little bit. We need a lot of tools for this. We need 25 more tools, and it's not something we have the whole abundance of. Currently, we have 0 in stock. So, what we need for that is more iron, and we have a couple raw iron ore coming in. Let's see, we got 64 here, but we don't have a whole lot of bars, so that means we got to do some smelting. So we do have our smelter here in our little new area place, and it's working, but it's not doing quite enough. We need a lot of iron. So one thing that I was thinking about doing is maybe we can put another iron smelter over here, but that's kind of a long way, I guess, to transport the iron ore really for nothing. Yeah, I guess we'll just do another iron smelter over here because that's kind of where we're pulling it up from, and it just makes sense to process it closer. So that'll do. We'll do that right over here. We already have a blacksmith and stuff, so just get this guy built up, get that happening, and then we'll hopefully get a little bit more iron, and then we can have our blacksmith here. That's going to start to work a little bit better because see, it's sitting at 0 iron. It's waiting on stuff. Can't produce it without the iron. So with this iron smelter, we'll get that built up. We got tons of workers. That'll be no problem to get that happening. We're still visiting the king's missions as much as possible, so we're doing that constantly. Every time it comes up and I got healed troops, we're going out. So we're maintaining that to get more money coming in, getting some handful of goods. It's all great. And then we did start to work on this new area up over here. We have a bunch of fisheries over here. And you can see here that I started a granary, but I didn't have any money at the time. Still don't have any money at the time to build it. So I got it planned here. And I will do that guy, and then I think I'm going to do a couple warehouses over here because I want to have the building pieces local. And kind of learned that with our other spot over here that we want to have that stuff close by. It's the long walk to get all of the rocks and the trees and whatever when we could just have it right here. So makes sense. That's what we're going to do. Get the lumber camp working, and then we have this forager here. We're going to get that guy started up as well. And then let's get this granary. Looks like we can do it. Warehouse, we can do it. And let's do this warehouse as well. So we got those basic things in there. Get things start harvested here. We can grab a couple miners. Let's do that. And hopefully they use that same path. I like that path there. So we'll get that stuff started on the way. And then we do need to designate a little residential-y area over here. And we got this huge swath of land right here. We could do that easily right up in here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to mark this for our residential. We're sending them back out into the field. Mark this for residential, and then we can start to, as we start to build over here, hopefully they start to build houses up in that area. So we have a little bit of industrial things over here, a lot of little industrial things over here. So the desirability is going to take a hit on that, of course, but hopefully this further back up in this space, like maybe right in here, that's where they'll start to build, hopefully. We could also purchase this land and mark all of this for domestic things, but I think we'll start with that for now. But we need to get more things built up over here. So we got that. We need our markets. We're going to start to have people over here. We need a place to go and buy the goods. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get this thing put in. I guess we'll kind of go get this right here. We'll put this on like the back side of these. How will that can work? Let's get this market. Just scoot it over that way. So we need food. So we got our berries. Let's go with fish. And then we could also go with bread. So let's put a bread one in there. And then we're going to need some goods. So let's go right across the way here. Hopefully this works out kind of how I hope. That'll be for clothing. And then we have wares here. So that'll be fine like that. And then we do have a luxury goods stall now, which I don't think I have any other place but right here. So we'll get this stuff built up. We need a lot of coins. So we got it marked 250 coins for this. We got it marked. So we just have to wait until we get some more money to get that. Hopefully we get it soon once the troops come back. We do have another bailiff mandate. I'm going to send them out for another mineral chance. I'll show you what we got over here. We got quartz. This stone deposit's new, and this iron deposit's new here. So I was just mentioning iron smelting, and there we go. We got it. I'm hoping that this last one is gold. That's what we really, 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 really need is that gold coming in. So once we get 250, we'll get those marked up for building. It is the end of the month here. We can't do any promotions because we don't have any money. So we just got to keep on waiting. No access to goods. So this is referring to our common wares. We don't have a whole lot of common wares because we need some iron. And we were talking about that earlier in the episode, that why we don't have that stuff yet. So we're working on it. I will probably purchase, if we go territories, I'll probably purchase this territory next, because of the iron there, and then hopefully gold. So this will be another 500 coins that we plop there, which is just fine. And I would like to purchase this plot and this plot, so that's 1,500 coins that I've already spent that I don't have yet. So that'll be my plan. And then hopefully we get some housing back up over here, or like I said, maybe we can fill this in. Maybe we'll do that instead. I will take this off, and then we will put that housing back there. I do want some farms in here as well, kind of on the back side towards the wall here, I guess. It's a wall. That'll be some farms, I think. And that's going to be another spot to produce clothing as well as some cheese action. I think that's what we'll do. So for now, I'll just leave no residential places marked for now. Ooh, got storage places that are full. Let's go check this out. Ooh, okay, so this guy is full of quartz. So we have a warehouse around here that is calling for quartz. Ooh, doesn't look like it. What about this guy? This guy is calling for quartz. It's full on quartz. So I guess we'll have to do another warehouse. Wasn't really planning on that, but I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. So we can sneak this guy kind of back up over in here. I wouldn't mind expanding in this direction as well. Oh, a bucket load of money all of a sudden, I just noticed. So let's pause this just for a second here. We'll get this built up. We now have 1,000 coins, so we were just talking about purchasing this territory. We'll get that, and let's get this one as well. And that's going to put us at 176. We need 500 more for that. And then I did want to try one other thing. So on this money topic, we do have our one tax office, which is over here. And this guy, let's see if it was consistent, was giving me 250. But previously there was 250s here. So it looks like we must have got a couple more people. We got a little bit more tax. So we're at 300 now on our tax office. So what I'm curious of, if we build another one, if we will get a little bit more. So we're at 300. So if I build another one of these Lord Manors, I was thinking about putting it over here. So we have this monastery that's getting built up. We want the space for it. I'm thinking about just kind of tucking it like right in here. We'll do another small little one, just like our inn. I'm just going to do basically taxes. So we'll get our core in here, and then I have to show you, I learned how to thanks to you guys, of course, how to build things vertically. So we'll get that guy in. We need a door, of course. So ooh, we do have this cool door. We'll plop that in right there. That'll be neat. And then we have this neat tower. Let's go with this tower. So let's see, we work with this one. We'll plop it there. So you click on her, and you see these guys that appear that I never noticed before. You can click and drag these, and you can make this as big as tall as you want. So you can do that. It'd be ridiculous. And look at the resources change. But that was super nice. I love that. Thank you for telling me about that. I love that little aspect of it. It adds another little bit of something to the game. You know, it's great. Love the vertical building. I like that in Timberborn too. So let's get this thing going. We need only one tool, so not that big a deal. And hopefully we can get some taxes from this building. We'll see. Let's get that built up. And we'll go ahead and we'll speed the game back up into regular mode. And we'll have to come back over here and definitely get a couple of more things built up over on this side of the world so that we can start to utilize that iron that's up over there. So let's get a builder's workshop. These are super important, of course. Get some builders happening. And we can't even edit this building to do with another sculpture and another stained glass workshop. I don't know if we're going to need these over here, but hey, we got them. So let's put them in. And we can build that up, no problem. Let's get a couple builders assigned over here. So we got those guys on the way. This guy, the granary, I wanted to have berries. I wanted to have some fish, and I wanted to have bread. So I was gonna, let's go bread, and then we'll go fish, because we have so much fish over here. We're gonna need a lot of it. So there we go with that. I still have that one person that I can't get rid of. An envoy requests our audience. Let's visit them, see what they want. 20 fish, we should be able to do that. Let's send that to the peeps. There we go. Get a little bit of coin action. That's awesome. That's what we want. We need that. Can we pause this? Oh, I almost caught 500. I was gonna. Oh, there it was again. Dang it! I'm so slow. So if we get back up to 500, I'm gonna purchase this last bit of land, but I don't think we'll make it. So what we could do instead is start to build some more things. So we got the one villager over here. We do have this iron deposit. Let's go ahead and edit building. We got iron quarries. We should be able to plop 2 of these in there. There we go. And then we need a crane. So we'll get this crane happening. Get that built up. We do have planks, but 30 tools. That's a lot of tools. We'll have that at least. Get that happening. And then we want to have another iron smelter. We'll get this guy going. Maybe we... Ooh, let's build in this space. I think that'll be decent. We'll get the iron smelter here. It's a little bit of ways from our warehouses, but not too bad. Iron smelter. And then, of course, we're going to need a blacksmith. And I think we want to do another sawmill over here as well. We did just put one in up in our second area that we were building in. But I think we want another one down here as well. And then we can, of course, do another lumber camp. We do have the one right here. But I think this will be good. We might need another warehouse as well. So we're out of money. Let's get this back going. But that's pretty good planning expansion, I think. We'll have a lot of things happening over here, and it's good. That's why we bought the land, of course. And hopefully we can get some more tax money coming in, build more stuff to keep doing this better. That's basically what I want to do. So I don't think this will be done yet, but nope, not quite. But how about this monastery? This monastery is taking a long time to build. I think a lot of it is the tools here, but we're working on that. And then we have our glass. This is regular glass in 10. Apparently we have 50. So I don't know what's taking that so long, but we got that happening over here. I did put one more expansion in our church over here that you guys didn't seem to like for some reason. You thought it looked kind of bad. So I did put this bell tower in there. I think that looks all right in there. I could definitely rearrange these towers now that we know how to build vertically. So that might be something we do at some point, but I'm not too concerned about it. It's doing its job, doing its thing. 20 attendance. It's decent enough. And then over here, it looks like I don't remember if we had that house before. We might have. There's no houses here yet, and there's no houses here yet. We need to do a couple more things in this area, I think, for them to spawn there. The people need to be close to where they work, of course, and I think that's part of that. Up over here, oh yeah, we got the fountain built, this goofy fountain. We do have a military mission available. I don't know how are their soldiers doing. Oh, they came back. That's when we must have got that big wad of money. Looks like we got a handful of wounded troops, but that's okay. We can wait for 20 days to send them back out. So that's what we're going to do. I like to do as many troops all at one time as possible for better chances of success and survival and more money. So that's basically what I'm going to wait for those. Now we got all that stuff built up. I talked about that already. Yeah, and I guess we're just waiting on a couple of things. So while we are building that stuff up, I'm going to cut and I'll bring you back in just a bit. All right, so we're still building up a couple of things with the monastery, but I wanted to show you what we have happening besides that. So we'll just touch on the monastery just for a second because I found a couple of things with it. So we knew that the monastery gave us the apiary, some herbs, and some wine. So we put those things in. So here we go. I show you the monastery. That's what all these other buildings around this main building are. So we have the beekeeper, the herbalist, the vinter, and the vine grower. So if we go to here, we can see it a little bit easier. A couple people in each of these different buildings here around the monastery. I thought it was cool how they were separate buildings, but they all kind of fit the same theme. I left this space open back here because I'm assuming that we'll have to paint a farm back here for the vines, for the grapes, so to make the wines. And so that's kind of the update with the monastery. You can see here, we got most of the parts anyways. We're missing 5 tools still, but we're building it. It's coming along. It's really slow, but it's happening. And then we have our other Lord Manor over here with the weird tower that we put in. And I did make another tax office. I just did this, so I don't think we'll have any noticeable tax difference if that is the case. But we'll just check just in case. So this month, currently, we're at 300, and the previous month was 300. And now we got some bad weather again. So, and I don't know yet. We'll check back. But we're at 350. Okay, so now 350. So it has gone up ever so slightly. We'll just keep our eyes peeled on that. We will probably build a third one eventually for the new area we're building. Speaking of the new area, this thing is probably from. Well, that's a different situation right there. The new area right here. So remember we had our bailiff out looking for gold? Well, look at that. We found it. So iron, gold, we got it. It's going to happen. So I did purchase this plot, obviously, and I purchased these 2 plots over here. So it's all cohesive. It's all one deal. We do have the residential all the way down to this point. I was hoping that this would kind of fill in with houses here eventually. And then I want to do farms back here. Mentioned that a few times. And we got the one road going back up here to the mines. So I'm excited about that. That's on the way. Over here, we have all sorts of things. And this is mainly going to be our ore processing area right here. We got iron ore stuff. We got gold ore stuff. So we have our charcoal hut here. It still needs 100 coins for that. Warehouse, I have to assign some peeps to this. We'll do that in a second. We got our sawmill. We can make some more planks. I noticed that planks are a thing that we need a lot of, but don't have a lot of. But we have 530 regular wood, 45 planks. We got to build some more sawmills. Got to keep that coming in. Blacksmith. We need this. We need tools. And then we have our iron smelter here. Now, the one thing that I'm wondering about in this area is where the people who are working here going to live? Will they build the houses up over here because they have that mark? I'm hoping so. In anticipation for that, we do have our builder workshop here with all three aspects of it. Builder's workshop, sculpture workshop, stained glass workshop. It's all here. We have our granary ready for people, berries, bread, and fish. And then we have two warehouses here. We got wood, stone, planks, basic stuff in this one. And then gold ore, gold bars, gems, and coal. 100 coal already in this one. This one's raring to go. And then, of course, we have our stone and our berries back here. And then we have our markets ready to roll. So hey, you know what? I have to even build one more of these because I learned something. So we'll put this one in here. There's another luxury one. We'll get that going. So what I'm hoping that happens with this is that these people, as they work here, they're going to come up here and then they will build a path up here and then kind of like tie it in either up over here or just do one single path. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. It's kind of the fun thing with the roads in this game. But I do need to assign some resources here. So you're here. Let's do it real quick. With berries. I want bread. We're going to have fish. We want common wares. We're going to want common clothes. And then we will have candles, but we don't have candles quite yet. So I'm going to do common wares. And then honey. So honey is a luxury. I didn't realize that. As well as jewelry and then herbs. So that monastery is going to be producing the honey and the herbs for us. And then, of course, we got the gold. And then we have been getting a handful of gems. You can see we have 17 gems. I'm not going to sell a gem straight up. We're going to produce those into jewelry. But for now, we're going to go with honey. We're going to build this other bench. That's going to be for our gems. Now, we do have a little other thing in this area to make those jewelry workshop thingy doodler right here. We have the gems and then the gold bar is going to produce some jewelers workshop stuff. We're waiting on that to get built up. We did just get our people back from a mission, so we should have a touch of money here. We don't have 150 just yet, but hopefully here shortly we will. And then we will have enough tools for sure to finish up that monastery. I'm kind of surprised on how long the monastery has been taking to be built up. It's been going for almost 2 episodes now. But anyways, that's the dealio in this situation, this area. I'm really liking how this is turning out. The gold in here is going to be really key. The iron in here is going to be important. It's going to be great. And then, we were talking about this here as well. So I want this to be, we do have gold ore just north of this though. Let's go with coal again. We're going to go, I almost thought that was iron ore. That's stone. I want iron ore. There it is. Iron ore, then iron. Get that stuff coming in. And I think that'll be good because we can process it right in here. And you know what? We might as well use gold ore as well. Since we're going to smelt it all right in that space. Let's get that happening. We should have this almost built up over here. Not quite yet. This guy's getting built up over here too. So hopefully we get this done by the end of the episode here. But those are 2 really great things. Super excited about having those on this side of the world as well. And there's our monies. Let's get that built up. Now, this little space. I was thinking we kind of want some more cheese because why wouldn't you want more cheese, you know? And so it is milk's highest form. So we have a little spot to make some cheese. We got a cheesemaker here. We got some cows on the way. So we'll have a little bit more of that coming in. And then I did build a granary here. And that's going to be, of course, for our cheese and our milk. And we might as well put some fish in there. And we might as well do some honey as well. It's kind of like a mid place. And we'll put a couple transporters working in there. Not the I learned. So remember we had that one villager that was here. And I was like, what do I do with this villager? Well, let me show you. This is how you fix it. So in this column, you have this little exclamation point deal. You can see we don't currently have anybody that's exclamation pointed at us, which is great. So what happens is, if you have like a forester, for example, you have 3 people working the forester, and you delete that forester, those 3 people are still assigned as lumberjacks. So they're like, I don't know where to work, and that's where this comes in. They get flagged, You can come here and you can change what their job is, and that's how you fix it. It's great. So that's what I did. Got rid of it. So these are 6 people we can assign to stuff. And you can see some people are kind of PO'd. Why you don't have any food and water is kind of beyond me. You workplace, what's your dealio? In the midst of this town, you don't have food and water? Really? Okay, so we can build another well. That's not that big a deal. We can at least satisfy the water part of that. We got a well right there. Pop one down that right there. We got one there. I feel like we have a decent amount of wells around here, but apparently the villagers disagree. But that's all right. They're not too bad to put in. We'll put a handful in over there. We only have one on this side of the world. Let's go ahead and we'll tie one in right in the middle there. I think that'll be fine. And then those things will get built up. This looks like it's ready to roll over here. Cheesemakers, a couple dairy farmer, spawn some cows in there. That'll be great. Get those things happen. Those work? Oh yeah, there's the cows are heading out. Nice. Okay. The bread situation, I think, is okay. I wouldn't mind a little bit more bread coming in, but I did have a bakery that we put in the last episode, I think it was, but it wasn't working, so I assigned some workers in there. Got some more bread coming in. They both have their own well, so that water shouldn't be a problem with those guys. And we're still waiting on the monastery. It's not quite there yet. But let's just double check our tax thing. So remember, we just talked about that at the very beginning when I brought you back. But let's see if it's different now that we've had some time pass. So we were at 350. We're still at 350 this month. So that, I mean, I guess we're still in the same month. But it isn't any higher than 350, but it is higher than 300. So at the very least, we may have gotten 50 coins additional out of that. I don't think this tells me how many coins that the person has gathered. It doesn't look like it, but it's a thing. But another thing I want to show you, estates. So I wasn't crazy because we know, and I've emphasized this, that we got this trade bonus. We know we did, but here it is. So it does come off, I guess, a cooldown. So if you're playing, make sure that you keep checking for your trade bonus because it keeps coming back. You have to keep paying for it. A cumulative upkeep would be the word, I guess. And look at this. We're below our 10 citizens. So I think I had some people leave because, as you can see, when we're looking at the citizens here, we got a couple people who are PO'd. There's a handful. Minus 65. This guy's like really mad. Good Shores is a citizen, so they're mad about luxury goods. We needed the citizens to unlock the buildings, and that's just kind of how it is. We'll get that need sated here soon. So no access to luxury. People are mad about it. It's fine. We're working on it. Now that we have gold, now that we have honey, that stuff is all going to start to get processed, and I'm really excited about getting that aspect figured out. I think it'll be really good, really great. We can really get into this game a little bit more deeply toward the end game. I feel like I feel like we're getting close to the end game, but I'm pretty happy with our town. This is the biggest I've ever built a town. Like I mentioned before, I got kind of stuck with the immigration aspect, and now I always have a residential space high. Like I haven't been low or average for a long time with that. It's the happiness and the employment that I've been going back and forth. And as soon as we build a bunch of stuff, that employment drops. We get more workers. And we get them assigned to stuff, and we get more and more workers. We got it figured out pretty great. We're at 287 people. I'm really happy with that. I feel like food's doing great. We just got to get this luxury service figured out, and then I think we'll be doing really well. I just want to check our soldiers quick. We only have a couple people who are wounded, so that means we got to send them out on another mission. We'll prepare the troops right away. Get back in there. Missions, prepare troops, and then we'll just go down the list here, of course. And get these people back out, getting us a little bit of resources, a little bit of money. This is by far the best way, I think, to get money. It's just, they go out it's about a month. It takes a long time, but they come back and they give you like a good 1,000 at least gold, as well as a bunch of nice resources. I really like that. I think it's really good. We're going to keep doing that. I got 2 more warehouses built up. These were kind of more in preparation, future things, so I probably won't do anything with them just yet. But I am kind of attempted to assign people over here and maybe get some people to start living in this area. I think that would be really cool. We do have some openings. So let's go ahead and pop a couple people in here. And maybe, just maybe, they'll start to build houses over here. We'll have 2 more there, and then got 3 carpenters all ready to roll. So we'll get our jeweler workshop and then our charcoal hut built up shortly. We should get a couple more villagers. See, we're at high now. High. We're gonna get some more workers, more villagers. It'll be great. And then of course we will assign some more people to these market stalls over here. That's gonna get us a little bit more money. I think it's coming along really great. I'm super excited about it. Hopefully you can tell. But this goal to be great. We're still building that. It's taking a long time. I do have the monastery prioritized. So I asked about this at one point. That's this little green guy right here. And it still feels like that they're working on other stuff because we brought in another 15 tools and this still short on tools. It's that's kind of how I feel about it. So hopefully we'll get this done soon. It's been a long time coming. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get these apiary stuff, the winery going. It'll be great. And I think that's going to be it for this episode of Foundation. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I really hope to see you on the next episode of Foundation. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I'll see you on the next one.